Hello, and another very warm welcome to another Tuesdays at 2. Each Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, I come on to talk about a different topic relating to executive career management. And this is episode number 183. So today's topic is my lateral peers at the competition are earning more than me. My lateral peers at the competition are earning more than me. Sadly, this is quite frequent. You're not going to get pound for pound, dollar for dollar, euro for euro at the same position at all your competitors, but you should be within a small ratio, not exorbitant difference like some people. So it's very frequent that people find out through their grapevine and ask their colleagues and whatever how much they're earning. And people generally are more open today than to tell you what they're earning than they ever have done before. But it shouldn't be that people have got such a distorted difference in salary for doing this same position, same industry, and the same roles and responsibilities. I can tell you that some people I've worked with have been 40 or 30, 40, 50,000 dollars beneath the other competition doing exactly the same job. So you shouldn't be like that. So you should be very aware of what your competition is earning. Now, the barometer here, or the test here, is if you've been at your company more than 6 years, that is when your employer tends to take advantage of you for your loyalty. But let's just take a step off of off into loyalty. There is no loyalty anymore. When I first started writing executive resumes over 30 years ago, I used to put the word loyal in a resume. Today, I don't put the word loyal because there is no loyalty. You are in charge of your career. Everybody watching today is in charge of your career. You manage your career. So there is no loyalty. So you should be on a spiral. You should be changing your jobs for every 6 years. That's the sort of the barometer that people are looking for, executive recruiters and other decision makers. They are looking for you to change position every 5 or 6 years. Once you've got more than 6 years in, you tend not to get all the benefits, all the salary that your competition is earning for the same job, same role, same responsibilities, same title, etc. So if you have been in your job for 6 or more years in your title, perhaps it's maybe time to take a litmus test and have a look around and see what is available. But because it's also good for your career management. Being in one company is not good anymore. My father's generation, yes, it was fine when he started off at the rock bottom and went through to the top. That was fine in the same company, but not now. It's actually encouraged, promoted to change brands, change employers every 5 to 6 years, or even earlier. So the job shift, the career shift has changed a lot in the last few years. So yeah, don't think about if you've been in your job 6 years. You need to do some get some coaching or make a decision whether you should transition into another company or you should seek a promotion, because 6 years is quite good for a promotion. But remember, the higher you go, the less jobs there are. It's like the pyramid. But generally, if you've been in your job for more than 6 years, your company do tend, sadly, they do tend to take advantage of your loyalty, but they could terminate you just tomorrow or the next week or the week after or next month or early in the fall. So you need to do some. If you can't find out what your competition is earning, do some. If it's not open, you need to do some exploratory calls, and there are also some websites with salaries. But you can do some. If you've been in your industry a long time, you must know different stakeholders who could perhaps do some digging and maybe some research for you and find out exactly what they are earning. Be nosy, because you're entitled to be paid exactly or close to the same as other people who are earning, who are in the same title, same industry, and same roles and responsibilities. So don't be taken advantage of. So many people are taken advantage of by their employers, but you really are, in essence, I'm being just realistic here. Everybody is just a dollar value, a euro value, or a pound value on the company's ledger. And then when it comes to time for restructuring or a bad economic times, who are the first people to go? Because they are most expensive assets. So people go. So research using the link, using LinkedIn, using salary websites, and using your network to find out. And then if you find out that you are earning 50 or 60,000, I've just had a client who was in IT, and he was in one of the big banks, and he found out he was earning $55,000 less than his counterpart at another bank here in Canada. 55,000. So you accrue that over, say, 5 or 6 years. That's a lot of money. That is a hell of a lot of money. He's losing out. So what he did, and what you should do, is you should do a lot of research, build a business case, a facts-based business case with dollar values and euro values or pound values in there, and then place it before your boss or your boss's boss and see what they have to say, because you should not be taken advantage of. That's a huge difference. 55,000, you do that over 10 years, say, that's a hell of a lot of money. So you need to equate things. Well, who's in charge of my career? You are in charge of your career, not your company. So build a business case, make sure it's you practice it, be eloquent, practice it with some friends, practice it in front of a mirror, then ask for an appointment with your boss, not telling him or her what it's about, and then give them that facts-based business case and see what they do. Their hands may be tied by a certain barriers in salary, but then if they say that, see what's available. You need to maybe think about, well, are they actually wanting me? Do they understand my value? Why I'm here. I've been here over 6 years. I've given them all. And now it's time, perhaps, that I don't give them all. And it's time that there's a red flag here, many red flags. And perhaps it's a time now that I take charge of my career, and I look for another job. So present to your boss, be very eloquent, very have confidence in the facts and figures of what the competition are earning, and then see what he can do. And it probably doesn't happen overnight, because they have to go to various departments, including HR, probably 2, 3, or 4 month phase between you tackling it and then maybe you getting an answer. But be persistent, because nobody watching today and watching the replay should be taken advantage of in their career. Every one of you has a value. Make sure you know what that value is, because you don't want to be under salaried, underpaid. It's not called for today. So go and do what the process I've stated here, and I'm more than happy to help people with their executive career management, or understand who they are and their value. That's what I do. And you'd be surprised. You have a lot more value than you are probably aware of. People do undersell themselves. So that's my Tuesdays at 2 for today. If anybody's got any comments, please let me have them in the comment below. If not, next Tuesday at 2 is, why should I invest in my career? So we just sort of talked about that. You should invest in your career, and I'll give you some tips and tricks on why you should and how you should next week. But if anybody's got any questions to do with not just today's topic, but any topic that's on their mind, executive career management, I'm happy to help you. But and I'll put it in the comments below. But hopefully, you've got everybody watching today has got some idea. You have a value. Make sure you articulate that value and don't be underpaid. 55,000, that shocked me. And he's not the first. He's not the first one. I've heard of many. I had something in the region of 70,000 a few, or probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. So for the same job, same roles and responsibilities, same industry. So and in the same city. So you need to think about this. Geography does play a role in it if they're in the same city, because cities are different in cost of living and whatever, housing and other means of transport, etc. But yeah, you need to be paid for what you deserve and what your value is. Never be underpaid. Never be undervalued, because you have a set talent, and that talent is worth a lot of money, a set amount of money that is probably being paid a lot more at your competition if you are in your job for more than 6 years. I will leave it at that. I will see you next week for another Tuesdays at 2. Thanks for listening in. And remember, do something this week to manage your career.